So, AJ, where were you from?
I'm from Nashville. Originally from DC, but living in Nashville now for the last couple of years.
Do you play in Nashville a lot, I assume?
Yeah, a good amount. I've just been trying to cut down just a little bit, trying to keep things interesting, not have people get bored of me and all that stuff. But probably like once a month, once every other month, I guess. Mm-hmm.
I've heard 3-month cycle a lot. That's a word that comes up a lot, I guess.
3-month cycle, definitely, in terms of like you playing like once every 3 months, probably. Yeah.
Are you on tour a lot?
I try and be pretty much like as much as I can afford. You know, having like graduated and everything, kind of out on my own, doing the thing and everything, trying to balance that and touring as best I can. So the goal is to be out like about a third of the time, probably.
What did you study in college?
I studied music business, and I originally was doing audio production, and then I found out I was really, really bad with computers, which was great. So I ended up doing music business, and it felt like much more up my alley because I was booking stuff when I was younger at like, you know, like a pool in town, and was like doing that type of thing and booking out like a local venue with my buddies and all that stuff. And so that was, I guess, like a part of my life that I'd forgotten a little bit, and then getting back into the music business side of things kind of allowed me to find that again and realize how much I remembered that I love doing it. So
who are your biggest inspirations as far as sound?
I always compare myself to Pine Grove, which is like a New Jersey like folk emo project. Turnover, which is like a kind of like shoegazy emo band, and then Julian Baker, who's a singer-songwriter, along like a very similar vein, slow and sad. So yeah, probably those three.
How does the writing process work for you?
Slow, super slow. So I basically just write, I guess, guitar first, and sometimes I'll just have lines, but more often than not, I see myself writing like a catchy guitar part or something first, because I try and put emphasis on music as much as lyrics, because a lot of times I feel like if one isn't all the way there, then the other can't get conveyed as effectively, I guess. So I basically write the guitar and then just start piecing stuff together based off of like what I want this next song to be about relative to like the story or relative to the particular like point in Bogues' life, kind of.
How many albums do you have out at this time?
It's just the one. I have Mulligan out. I put that out back in, I guess, late September, and I'm writing for a new one right now, and I'm really excited about it and everything. A second release definitely holds an amount of pressure, because I didn't have any expectation for people to be listening to Mulligan at all, and so to see people like giving it any sort of attention and stuff just initially puts pressure on me, because I am really bad with that type of thing. Always worried about like I guess what people are gonna think and all that stuff. So I'm having to kind of try and find my separation from that and just write because I want to write. But I'm excited for it, but it's just the one.
What inspired the name Bogues?
So originally, me and my buddy were gonna do an emo side project called Bogues, and then we kept getting drunk every night and changing the spelling like one letter at a time until it was a mess. It's like some 7-letter spelling for the word bugs, and then we changed the pronunciation to Bogues, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna trim this down and actually like give it some meaning, I guess. And so I kind of created this character, Andrew Bogue, who is kind of like I'm experiencing life vicariously through him, and like vice versa, I guess. And in an attempt to write about issues I'm having that I don't feel ready to confront all the way yet. It makes the writing process a little bit easier, because I feel almost like I have a degree of removal from it.
If we want to catch your music, where can we go to find your current album?
Oh, geez. Spotify, Bandcamp, YouTube, Apple Music, all the good stuff. You can find it through my socials too, but it's just going to link you right over to one of those, basically.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah,
thank you for coming all the way out from Nashville.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like Bogues, go check him out on all of his social media.
Like and subscribe.
iTunes, like and subscribe.
There you go.